Alright, welcome everyone to another Roulette Rivals 17 Swiss round 1 match, this time between Qrescent and Dynaso. First map arriving in a couple of minutes is going to be Dubai, which was picked by Qrescent, and second we will play Hokkaido, picked by Dynaso, followed by at least one random map, as this is a best of 5. Welcome everyone, hope you are ready and hyped for this match. Day 1 of the tournament. Already plenty of good things coming in. We do have the incorrect Twitch for Dynaso plugged in, apparently. I think I can quickly fix it by doing this. Yes, we will want to start watching, put it in full screen. And we should be good to go before the first spin even arrives. Okay, it apparently has fixed on the overlay now as well. So we will enjoy a short black screen followed by a load on the overlay. And there we go. Thank you for fun and for fixing that. Thank you, Move, for the short delay of 1 minute before we jump into this Dubai. That is almost also the map record. Currently 1 minute 15 seconds held by Scruffy, which is very, very fast. But also Qrescent's personal best, 2 minutes 16, very, very fast. Dynaso currently does not have a personal best on Dubai yet. Only played it once, lost that. So now has a chance to win his first Dubai right here. Qrescent a bit more experienced, 3 wins already, but also a 1 loss, 75% win rate. It's pretty decent. Let's see. I did see a very full desktop there on Dynaso's end, but there we go. We have Carl Ingram, Pistol in the skydiving suit, Marcus Stuyvesant, Falling Object, Art Crew. Right, an interesting spin, as every spin is pretty much. But I guess you could, if you're really balling. Oh, and we see Dynaso already pulling out Roulette resources. Might be looking up either. Yeah, seems to be. It's either gonna look up skydiving suit or the falling object. If you're a true gamer, and I know we have some true gamers in chat for sure, you could at least attempt to snipe Carl from the very bottom and exit elevators in the skydiving suit. That is very, very risky, I would say, but I guess it could be possible. But at least that's what Qrescent is doing right now. Seems to be the way to go, although he's not KO'd Carl yet. Curiously. So he might be going for a snipe. I'm not sure how long Carl is staying there. Dynaso has looked up the falling object kill, and I think has just successfully done that, and is finally planning a minute advantage now to Qrescent because of that. Let's see, Qrescent doing the falling object kill live, succeeded at that. Side punch for Carl. Let's see if Qrescent can manage to do the snipe from all the way down. I'm not sure if Carl is on the railing enough so that they can still hit him, which could be the limiting factor right here. Dynaso did start tech crew as well, I believe, and is now isolating Carl as well. Qrescent using a banana to KO that guard and get his pistol. Was wondering why he did that, but obviously the pistol required for this spin. And Qrescent could be out in a couple of seconds here. He has body shot down here. He did look up, but no. He is... Oh, and he's compromised. Just a little bit too slow getting back in there. I did the body shot. He was looking up a little bit, so I was maybe he was considering or thinking about the snipe in that moment there. And That has cost him a little bit too much time. Dynaso on the other end did rip as well, so we can see both players now on a restart. And Dynaso's time that he lost by looking up the falling object kill in the beginning basically equaled out now with the late reset from Qrescent. Ooh, and the railing eating up trank darts on Dynaso's end. It is a painful one. That railing can eat up darts like crazy. Okay, that is Carl on the ground for Qrescent, so I don't think a snipe is possible anymore. Therefore, Qrescent is needed. It definitely needs to get up here again. Throw on distraction at the shot of the speaker, and that is the kill done for Qrescent. Dynaso is doing a safer approach to the isolation up here, it seems. Chain luring this one guard. Hopefully not into this room, as there's a KO'd body right here now. I know, but past this room, actually. Ooh, but that is a gun flash for that guard. But he's fine now. 2 tranks and one last throw. Dynaso has isolated Carl very nicely. And is also doing the live an object kill. Ooh, it's not shooting the correct part. That's a panic down there, and an NTK is the consequence for Dynaso. Very unlucky. Qrescent, on the other hand, now managed to get the skydiving suit up here. Has Carl KO'd. Everything is set up for Qrescent, pretty much. There we have it. Kill done.
Soon there will be no more Providence.
And Qrescent exited. 5 minutes 19. Basically done the spin twice with the late rip. And that is gonna be first 2 points going to Qrescent. Very nicely done.
I'm over that spin.
A bit of a tricky spin,
Oh man, that's
but
that was easy.
they
That was easy.
finished just
It
ahead.
was just long.
This also was Qrescent's own map pick, so it does make sense. Or one could argue they were in the home field advantage there. Let's see how it is on this next map, which is Hokkaido, picked by Dynaso. Stat-wise, Dynaso's stats are identical to the ones on Dubai. 0 wins, 1 loss, 0 ties, no personal best, played once so far. Qrescent, on the other hand, his stats are certainly worse than they were on Dubai. 2-3-0, negative win rate, but a personal best of 3 minutes 30, just about 1.5 minutes slower than the current map record held by Luke.png of 2 minutes 5 seconds. So definitely not terrible from Qrescent. Maybe Qrescent can equal out. Either one of these players is gonna reach a 50% win rate after this map, unless we see a tie. In which case I would very much hope for a photo finish tie, to be fair. I do not want to see a timeout tie on Hokkaido on day 1 with these 2 players. I don't think we're gonna get there either. But yeah, either it's gonna be a 3-3 50% win rate for Qrescent, or a 1-1 50% win rate for Dynaso. All depending on the come out of this map. Speaking of maps, 2 maps were banned by these participants, being Miami and New York from Qrescent and Dynaso respectively. So those 2 maps could not be picked and won't be picked for random maps either. These two maps, or these 4 maps, the 2 that they picked and the 2 that they banned, are also now locked for them for the remainder of the Swiss stage. They cannot pick it or ban them again, although they could ban Dubai and Hokkaido and pick Miami and New York, but obviously not do the same as in this match. Qrescent just showed off something very interesting there. Bullet shot a panic to an open doors Soder's firearm kill. Didn't quite work out with green guns. Maybe there's a way to make it consistent or something. Yeah, I guess the wall bang in the basement is for most spins so standard at this point. Not sure if new take is needed there, but always an option, of course. 5 more seconds until we see the second spin of this match on Hokkaido, and it is going to be Eric Soto's loud SMG as a bodyguard, Yuki Yamazaki's silenced shotgun as a resort staff. This is a quick spin, I would say. I guess there's really 2 approaches to this. You could go for an early Yuki, or you could go for an early Soders. I'm not sure where Yuki will end up if you
like, is that a crazy, stupid, dumb
if you do start with Soders. It is not a double large weapon spin. Loud SMG is no longer a large weapon due to the one small loud SMG that there is now. Never, that's fine. And we see a Morg start from Qrescent. I think this is smart. I'm not exactly sure where you end up in Yuki's cycle after killing Sodos here, but it is such a quick Sodos kill. You could possibly still get the emetic timing. But let's see. Qrescent has the brine damaged SMG. Gets the animation on Sodos, and that's the first kill done. 40 seconds, and now they are winning it to Yuki Yamazaki. On the other side, Dynaso doing pretty much the same, just loaded in about 10 seconds later. But yeah, we will see delayed mirrored action on both ends. And Qrescent knocking out Yoga Instructor, knocking out this resort staff. Has the second disguise needed. Dynaso on a similar path, could be going for aquarium or something similar. There is a resort staff in front of the aquarium, if I recall correctly. There's a resort staff and something else. I don't actually remember what the other one is. But one resort staff, one other thing. Qrescent now with the emetic, we could see perfectly arrived when Yuki was just done talking to the hospital director, and gets a good emetic, I would guess. Yuki should be going to that suite right there, while her other 2 guards are screwing off into different locations. And that is the kill for Qrescent. Dynaso just obtained the disguise, I believe, although that could be the other NPC as well. Ooh, it's a risky drag. I thought there was another closet in that hallway Dynaso was just in, but here's Qrescent now, 2 minutes 56. Dynaso not too far behind though. Seems to be going for an aquarium lure, judging by the knockout of this guard as well.
Yeah.
But there comes the defeat.
Too slow, man.
And yeah, I think Qrescent was getting ready for the aquarium lure.
I was gonna do this.
But
I didn't practice.
Dynaso was getting ready for the aquarium lure. And yeah, so far 4-0 Qrescent lead. Very, very nicely done. Let me pay out predictions and start new ones for our 3rd map, the first random map, and potentially the last as well. it is gonna be Ambrose Island. This time, it is gonna be a map where actually Dynaso has
Get how you
the
prep this, but
favored statistics at the very least. Qrescent has been here once and lost,
I know there's a
therefore no personal best either. Dynaso has actually played it thrice and won 2 of those. Personal best of 9 minutes 54 seconds does sound like a lot, but depending on the spins and of course your opponent and everything,
just grab one that's on map.
everything else, still a respectable time.
I don't know, but like
So yeah, we can
food
see
storage is like
Qrescent already running in,
or something.
practicing at least a little bit, although
Oh, no.
that is, we managed to grab the oil canister, something
I almost heard gore, man.
that was added with Ambrose Island, if I'm not entirely mistaken.
And this is usually like, I don't know.
And showcasing some tech. I wonder what. Oh, getting into that room without anything, pretty much. NPC conveniently opens the door for Qrescent here if he needs a propane for his spin, such as an accident explosion, for example. I do believe that is really the only thing where you really need a propane for. Does have one on standby. But yeah, in about 20 seconds, we will see if Qrescent is required to get that propane in a spin or not. That was it a falling object kill by Qrescent there? Very nicely done. I didn't actually see what that was, but
6.
Qrescent definitely showing off some strats here. Let's see, it is gonna be no propane needed. It is no target pacification, kitchen knife as cook, and Aka silenced shotgun as the engineer. 2 anti-KOs.
NG.
But not necessarily hard ones either. Qrescent, cook, engineer. Definitely something that can be done straight from social square start, as Qrescent is demonstrating. A seeker, a jump into this building where there is one cook that you can steal the disguise from, and I assume a kitchen knife isn't far either. Qrescent even gonna take this time, of course, to do the 3rd objective required, setting up the satellite detonation explosion thing, making the satellite unable to work. Dynaso doing something similar at the very least, but once again a little bit delayed. Unpacks that shotgun. Oh, and repacks it to the other briefcase. I think Dynaso just put them into 2 different briefcases from the get-go. Let's see. Qrescent has the kitchen knife. It is just in the kitchen. Who would have thought? Readily available as a silent kill, and one that's going to be immediately dumped. So Qrescent doesn't even need to care about Noel's guards. And that is first kill done for Qrescent. Just needs the engineer and obviously needs a disguise for Aka. Not the disguise. The disguise is the engineer that he just acquired, if I'm not entirely mistaken. But an isolation, of course. Plenty of options for that. The engineer being illegal around this compound definitely helps a lot. Qrescent, similar progress. Dynaso has similar progress to Qrescent.
Go.
And is clearing out the guards, however. Not necessarily needed, but
I need to go fast.
definitely a safe version of doing this. There's the melee kill. And Dynaso has the first kill as well. I did not see if they set up the
Did he wake him up?
Aka's out of
the... what is it called? The satellite again already. If they haven't, that is going to be one thing they have to take care of. Qrescent, in the meantime, got the second kill. Did leave a weapon for Aka's guard. Let's hope that he doesn't return too soon and finds her body. And let's hope that the satellite explosive is in position. It does seem like it. Everything done, just needs the key beneath the brick, and that is Qrescent exiting. 3 minutes 18 in the meantime. Dynaso getting engineer disguise a little too late, sadly. By the looks of things, this is gonna be a 6-0 sweep from Qrescent across all 3 maps. Very, very impressively played. Almost no hiccups, only 1 restart in Dubai, I believe, when they got spotted very, very late into the run. Apart from that, clean plays from Qrescent, but also a good effort from Dynaso. Just a little bit longer planning, a little bit longer thinking, a little bit slower execution. But that is sadly what's going to cost you matches at this level of roulette already. But through the beauty of Swiss, nobody is eliminated just yet. Therefore, let's have a short look at the brackets. Not sure, I might need to update, to refresh them real quickly. Provided that works. Didn't entirely for another caster earlier. Seems like it's not updating for me either. I don't know what exactly has happened there, but we can just imagine that a Qrescent is tied in with the first 6 players. 1 second, I can maybe... Nope, OBS does not want to refresh this browser source. Anyways, Qrescent now would be atop for the field with 1 point. I believe, if my math's correct, a differential of 6-0. Buchholz of 0.0. In the meantime, Dynaso is going to be in the bottom 5 players, and now Buchholz goal of 1.0, map differential of -6. So yeah, still very early in the tournaments. As we see, we just had, I think, 4 matches played. This was the 5th match. We had 1 bye for Luke.png in the first round, and all these other matches are still to be played. Speaking of matches to be played, it was the last match for today, at least today in Central Europe, depending on where you are in the world. Today might be already the next day for me. Therefore, we're gonna take a short 14-hour break from Hitman, sadly. And the next match, opener tomorrow, is gonna be Magic Dave versus Alex Hiller on Colorado and Mumbai at 14 o'clock Central European summertime. Currently no shoutcaster yet, but I'm sure we will find somebody in the meantime. And after that, we're going to have a roulette-packed afternoon and evening with matches at 15, 16, 17, 18, and 21 Central European summertime, starring Big Machete, That Observer, Soviet Dubov, Peter Dutton, Scruffy, TK47, Yanini, Gigs RH, and Falcon and Chris-X3. All of those players will be battling it out tomorrow across a lot of matches of Roulette Rivals. All right. At this point, I think all I have left to say is just thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the cast. Thank you to both Qrescent and Dynaso for participating, and congratulations to Qrescent once again for winning this match. And yeah, thanks to Moo for adminning this match for us. Thanks all of you for watching. I hope to see you soon in another Roulette Rivals match. Thank you and goodbye.
Do you think I'll ever do something as big as Hokkaido?